All right, guys, round two. Take a ride around the barangay. Big chicken out there. Let's take a look at that caribou there. The big boy. Hopefully, I'm sure you can see it. He's a big one. You know, he looks like he could be a mean one too. All right, so this is the second round I'm making here. Go back the other way. Took a ride a couple minutes ago, and I wasn't even recording. Imagine that. Hopefully we'll do better this round. I want to show you guys, water levels keep going up. Get up here and you can really see it at the crossover here. Like I said in my last video, we're actually getting some relief down here in Mindanao. Hope it's the same wherever you're at, but I don't know. Like I said, look at the water levels now compared to what they were even a week ago. And I've already been around the block, and a lot of the fields are being flooded. And who knows, guys, that could simply be that they have flood controls on how much water could go into the irrigation ditches. But I really think that this is all coming down from the mountains with the rain that we've been getting. No doubt in my mind. But like I said, I'm no farm expert. I'm no Philippines expert either. A lot of rain clouds in the mountain areas. We'd like to find somewhere to stop in the shade for a minute to just talk for a couple minutes. Get out of the house to talk. Sure, I'll find an area here shortly. Trying to fly a kite or something. Hello. About to run out of road here. I don't know what them birds are called. Are they called egrets? These are the white birds over there. Now where I grew up, we called snow egrets and stuff like that. I don't know what they're called here. Bellowing over there. cornfield down. Seems like one was green and the goats could still eat it. I don't know. Hello. Dogs are. Barbecue sticks there, Giant. Got it. See if the fields here are being flooded. I'm going to make a pit stop here for a minute, folks. So I've pretty much been debating whether or not I should even be having this discussion. Decided might as well go ahead and do it. But you know, I don't get into politics on my vlogs. I don't like doing it. But I read a report in CNN, what, 2 or 3 days ago, and then I saw it last week again. And you know, they were discussing the bombing at the Kabul airport, where 11 Marines, 1 soldier, and 1 sailor were killed during the evacuation from Afghanistan. And finding out two years later that the report that the Pentagon put out is not correct, and that especially about the firefights that happened, you know, immediately after the suicide bomber. And you know, and it's backed up not only by Marine testimony or former Marine testimony, but also by video evidence being on Marines that were wearing GoPros at the time. They recorded this stuff, and a lot of them didn't say anything until they ended up getting out of the service for, as you can imagine, fear of reprisal, especially under this toxic administration that we're under. And let me start off right here by saying, hey, yeah, I'm a diehard Republican, just like I'm a diehard Yankee fan. But something's wrong with this picture, guys. And like I said, I don't like talking politics in my stuff here at all. And this is the first one out of 150, 160 videos that I've done that I've even discussed politics. But Trump, this guy got impeached over a phone call. And Biden, there's a cover-up by the Pentagon, and if any of this is true, and there's no reason to believe that it's not, because this was in CNN, it wasn't in Fox. CNN wouldn't put something blatantly like that out unless there was some basis of fact to it, because they're going to protect Biden like they always do. But you know, and if the Pentagon covered it up, there's no doubt in my mind, no doubt in this mind, that they would have done it. They would have done it with the White House blessing, which means it was Joe Biden's blessing, even though he probably doesn't even know what's going on. And you can tell that by the by the state of our, you know, the United States right now, with the immigration problems, the crime problems, the crime from immigration problems, and inflation, and everything else that has been destroyed in our country, and our country of the U.S. in the last 3 years, over 3 years, 3.5 years now. And this guy's, you know, there's not going to be they're not going to launch an investigation over this? Come on, what's going on here? You know, if it was Trump, he would have, they would already have him pulled in front of Congress and put up a special prosecutor to investigate, and you know that. So again, you know, just another, what seems to me to be a Biden cover-up, if it's true, which, like I said, this report was done by CNN, so I tend to believe it, to be honest with you. But like I said, you know, they're having congressional inquiries right now on or house inquiries into what's going on with the pro-Palestinian demonstrations on university campuses. And yet, this 2 years later, we're finding out that, you know, 13 people died from this bombing, and how many died from the bombing? How many died from the shooting? That's a question now. Wasn't a question two and a half years ago when they put this initial report out, but now it's a freaking question. And you know, I'm no military expert. I did spend 20 years in the Marine Corps and 22 years of federal Department of Defense service as a civilian. So I have seen all manner of cover-ups in this government. And not only that, but you know, even as soon as Biden took over, you know, every damn service member was investigated to see what kind of right-wing affiliations that they had with these militia groups and you know, a lot of these right-wing groups, and basically had to make everybody, you know, basically stand up and be judged again, no matter what. You know, like I said, that's after 18 years of civil service and 20 years of military service, and then my loyalties being questioned. That's one of the reasons I got out of it. You know, I wanted to retire. I retired as soon as I turned 60, or mainly right after I got 60, because that's when the most financial benefit was. But it's because I didn't want to be there anymore. Not under this administration. You know, it's like we were put under, like Trump's under a gag order. We were put under a gag order. Like I said, I am not a huge fan of Trump, and I think it'd be better off if any other Republican was running for office, because then we damn sure get Biden voted out. But I think any other Republican would stand a better chance of getting voted in than Trump would. And look what they're doing to him now with the prosecutions and all this other crap that he's undergone. Gag orders. Come on. You know, and people don't see this stuff that's happening and know it's Joe Biden and that White House that is perpetrating all this. Come on, guys. That's why I'm glad I'm overseas now. Glad to live in the Philippines, because I wouldn't want to be putting up with that crap back in the States, especially with the immigration problems, all caused by Joe Biden. You saw what happened as soon as he got in office with the gas prices, and then everything else that's hit the U.S. since then. I mean, come on. It's just absolute total bullshit. And if people don't see that, and you know, hey, like I said, I'm not a fan of Trump, but hey, his, you know, feelings, you know, the things under him, if you weren't better off 4 years ago than you are now, either number one, you're lying, or you're part of something that most people aren't. And that's my opinion. That's for darn sure, because I suffered in just in my savings right before I retired from this administration. But like I said, someone needs to look at this. This needs to be brought up in front of Congress. And if this Pentagon report was falsified, and how can you have new video evidence 3 years after the fact? Come on, something's wrong there. And like I said, these GoPros were recording that stuff 3 years. The minute this stuff happened, those Marines had their GoPros on and recorded this stuff. And how is it that CNN gets a hold of it, but no other, the congressional investigators or the Pentagon investigators couldn't figure this stuff out? Yeah, something's wrong there, people. So I just, like I said, I didn't want to bring this up, but I'm compelled to, after serving 20 years in the Marine Corps and seeing my fellow service members get ambushed like that, and who made the decisions and why these decisions were made, and nobody's really ever looked at how this happened. And not only that, why would you close down Bagram Airport, the military airport there, and evacuate through Kabul? And all this time since that evacuation, nobody's been able to state a valid reason why you didn't keep Bagram open until you evacuated everything. It was offered the most protection to your evacuating troops. It doesn't make any sense. And why didn't anybody question that? I'm sure there was a lot of questions, but no answers. Like I said, I'll get off my high horse now. I just wanted to get out of the house and, like I said, bring this up, and hopefully it's the last time I ever talk about politics on my channel. But this one I just felt I had to bring up, because this one pisses me off to no end. If the report is true, and I have no reason to doubt it. Like I said, I would doubt it if it came from Fox, but coming from CNN, who protects the Biden administration at all costs and attacks, has 10 articles every day attacking Trump. Come on, something's not right here. So this needs, like I said, this needs to be investigated. And I could lose 300 subscribers over this just by putting this one video out, and that's fine. I'll start again. But I know my family and friends, a lot of them that are on this channel, absolutely agree with me. But like I said, we'll see what comes from this report. And I know that the Republicans are asking for an investigation into this now, but will they get it? Yeah, that seems to be the question now, doesn't it? Until we get a Republican president in there, it won't be questioned. Because if anybody needs to be brought up on federal charges, it's whoever's responsible for this crap, if it turns out to be true. All right, guys, getting off the high horse here, getting off my soapbox here. So, like I said, we'll get back to the Barangay tour, what you came here for, and we'll see what's going on. All right, guys, thanks for listening to my rant. Like I said, I apologize if this is not what you're expecting and not what you wanted. Let's see if we get this started here. All right, we're about ready to go again. All right, guys. Said it's cool here in the shade. Flooded this area. Yeah. like I said, guys, hopefully this drought in our area will be over now. And again, I knock on wood that our well did not dry up. Hopefully El Nino won't last through next year as well. Come around the corner and you'll see these dark clouds in the sky. Hello. Hello. Hi. Bye-bye. What's that cow doing? Chickens in that field. Hello. Hello. All the kids are gone from school now. A couple of them hanging out. Yards of unpaved concrete here. Like what? I just don't get it. Guys, you can see over there, the fields are being flooded. All the egrets or whatever they are going in there. Those fields. Here the fields are being flooded. That's all soaked. All those fields are being flooded, and the water pressure coming out of those ditches is good. I'm sure these caribou are liking it too. You get out in that mud before the planting starts. Barricades here. Put those barricades out in front of our house, and the Barangay had a fit. Like I said, we had a couple cats killed by motorists, and a couple dogs killed by motorists right in front of our house. And we put those bamboo obstacles out there too, and the Barangay had a fit with us. Made us take them down. So some people have pull in this town, others do not. Oh, there's a caribou right there. Not the big boy though. Go to the front, see what's up. There you go, guys. You see that these people put up the same things that we put up. We weren't allowed to keep ours. So favoritism? You decide. So I'll just say this: politics here is like politics anywhere. Trying to keep it slow in case of the wind noise, guys. Here we go again. I'll invest in a good microphone one of these days. Or not. He said after this I might not even have a channel. Hell, I might be investigated by the Biden administration. You never know. Take away my retirements. Hello. Yep, just gonna change my name to Joe. And this was the fourth day in a row of chicken fighting next door, and very quiet today. Not as many spectators. Of course, I'm definitely not complaining about that. Not complaining at all. Just get turned around up here, and hopefully if there's wind noise, this will take care of it. Clouds are getting darker. Got some good rain last night after I stopped recording because it got dark. You guys are probably saying, hey, how many times are you going to show us this damn ride again? The one thing that is constant, it changes every time. I still see new things every time I ride up and down this road. Like I said, I can see the construction on the dam control from that open area. Never saw that before 3 days ago. Said that river seems a lot further away than it actually is. If that floods, this whole area is susceptible to flooding. Good thing we have a second floor. Let me stop and knock on wood on that one again. Yeah, I definitely would not want that. A lot of roosters there. A lot of chickens. Work still going on at the Barangay. Still working there this evening. Alright guys, that is about to do it for today. Thank you. Alright guys, we're done.